Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. It is a gloomy and dark day here in New York, but the Morning Toast is bright as ever because there's so many exciting things we need to talk about. One, Simon Huck is joining us today, which means we are one step closer into getting a Kardashian on this show. Two, we have brand new cameras, so if you're watching live on YouTube, you are now able to stream in 1080p, whatever that means. We're really excited about it. We've got new lights. We're looking bright and tan and saturated, and we hope you're enjoying this premium stream. Our furniture is almost here. We're just coming together.
Yeah, it's really exciting that people will stop complaining about something. That one thing on the suggestion box list
checked off.
Ticked off. You got your 1080p, motherfucker.
We hear you, we see you, your valid complaints, and we're working on it.
Yeah, so enjoy.
Enjoy.
Very excited for today's show. Much to discuss. The Bachelor was on last night. 3 hours of your life that you will never get back, and another 20 minutes on this show recapping it. And then the Snatchler on Thursday.
And of course, we are going to be, diving deep into the Iowa caucus because they ruined my night last night. Not only did The Bachelor take 3 hours because they were supposed to chime in. Did you get any ABC interruptions?
No, I didn't, because I was planning on starting at 9 because I thought the Iowa caucus was going to take up. But then it turned out I missed so much and then there were no interruptions. We're going deep into the Iowa caucus
I was making a joke because you know that they didn't choose a winner.
Yeah.
It's like 12. It's been now like 24 hours and they didn't figure out. And Pete Buttigieg said that he won, and no, he didn't.
I mean, it's anyone's game now.
I admire his confidence, though. I really do.
I won the 2020 Iowa caucus.
All I know is that most likely my favorite candidate, Andrew Yang, didn't win, and we will not be getting a 4-day work week because he's the #1 champion of that. And America, it doesn't matter who wins because we're losers.
Maybe it's just not his time.
By the way, Andrew Yang on I don't know any of his other policies, so I'm completely joking here, but his 4-day work week, he is definitely ahead of his time, and it's not his time.
Yeah, no, but I think one day, we'll look back at Andrew Yang and be like, wow, a visionary.
Yeah. I completely agree.
Okay, cool. Well, that's your politics segment for today.
Yes.
Now you know everything you need to know. What else?
What'd you do last night?
I did Soul Cycle Musical Monday.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I watched The Bachelor, finished a book, and then I was getting a migraine, but I took a migraine pill, and I woke up feeling all right, not great.
Do you think that you grind your teeth in your sleep?
Yes.
And that gives you a migraine?
Yes, I will be actually getting night gear soon.
Night guard.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
My dentist told me to do that, so I just need to call and confirm that that's what I want to do.
But I'm glad that you also have the migraine pill to help with that situation.
Yes. I definitely am a grinder.
Were you a big grind liner back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
I was right in the middle. I always actually started the grind line.
No, I'm just not big on people touching randomly. So
yeah, that's how the coronavirus started.
The grind line is going to be a no from me.
Okay. Well, I feel as though we have such a busy day. We have to recap The Bachelor. We have the Fast 5 stories, and we have Simon.
I just want to jump right in.
I know. We're sitting here lollygagging like a bunch of lollygaggers.
No.
And I think that that's a waste of people's time.
I agree. So without further ado, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And while that's definitely true, and I'm, of course, not here to embarrass you on your own show and tell you that you're wrong, but you are wrong because it is time, but not until I let everyone know.
I'm so embarrassed.
Are you embarrassado?
Yeah.
I'm here to let everyone know that today's episode...
Guys, I'm embarrassado.
Very chic. She's not, by the way.
Yeah,
that was a joke.
Coffee.
Very chic today's episode. That's why we both look very put together and glam, is because our episode, we don't want to be embarrassed, is brought to you by The Real Real. You can own iconic luxury items at an unreal value with The Real Real, the leading reseller of authenticated luxury consignment from top designers like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Rolex, Cartier, and hundreds more, up to 90% off retail. You could both shop and consign women's and men's luxury fashion and streetwear, as well as jewelry, watches, art, and home. The new arrivals come in daily, and every item undergoes The Real Real's meticulous authentication process. They employ over 100 brand specialists, gemologists, horologists, and art curators from around the globe to make sure that every item is authenticated. You can shop luxury the sustainable way, so you don't have to feel bad about spending a little extra cash on a new Gucci bag because it's sustainable. You can shop online or download the app, or you can now visit one of their stores in Soho, West Hollywood, or their newest location at 870 Madison in New York. And if you're looking to consign, make some space in your closet for some new investment pieces, you can sell your stuff on The Real Real too. They have white glove service for free in-home pickup. We both shop and consign, and we just can't recommend it enough. This has been truly a dream sponsor for our show because the bag that I wore today is from The Real Real. Is anything else from The Real Real? No, just my bag. Shop in-store, online, or download the app, which is such a premium experience, and get 20% off select items with the promo code REAL, R-E-A-L. That's The Real Real, promo code REAL for 20% off select items. Sign on, look fly.
Sign on, look fly. add to your collection, become an investor at a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
Okay. So today's stories today are actually like really fun, really light, and I'm excited to just bounce around.
I'm much more of like a sedentary person, so like bouncing's not really for me, but I'll let you do the bouncing.
Oh my God, you were asking me what I did yesterday, and it just totally escaped my mind that I made a TikTok. And I learned a new TikTok dance.
By the way, I showed you that dance.
No, not Doja Cat.
No, I showed you the Britney Spears dance at Olivia's house.
You did?
Yes, at the Super Bowl.
You showed it to me?
I did it sitting down on the couch. I was very impressive. I was like,
oh man, I missed it. Well, oh my gosh, you guys, the production.
It's the best dance.
It's the best dance, but then I had to like change for my TikTok because I looked so nerdy in my little dress from yesterday. I looked like a recital.
Yeah, and it's inappropriate on TikTok.
It just wasn't. And then I was like, oh, well, if it's Britney Spears, hit me one more time. Like, I'm going to put my hair up. And I just got like so crazy making space buns. Jeez Louise, it was like an hour.
Did you start to sweat?
Yeah, because I did the video so many times because I was like, I can do it better.
Totally. And you think you're a good dancer. You think you're a good dancer, and then you TikTok.
Yeah. But I was pleased with how it came out. Like, there was a few minor things I would do differently next time, but that's the beauty of TikTok. You just keep on doing the same fucking dances.
It's just hard. The hard thing about TikTok is that you want to look cute. So, like, more often than not, when I'm scrolling TikTok and have an idea to do one, I look like a rat.
Right.
Maybe after the show, like, now I looked cute, and our set is so cute. Like, maybe I'll try it after.
Let's do the Hit Me Baby one.
It's the best one.
And I'm also learning on working the Get Right one.
Oh, the Sierra one. It's really good. I want to learn Renegade. I've learned the first half. It's so hard, and it's like the longest dance ever. It's like a million steps.
Yeah, I'm out. That's where I draw the line.
Renegade. Yeah, that's the only part I know.
Yeah, that's the only part that you need to know. Okay, let's get into the first story because Kim and Kanye.
Speaking of things you need to know.
Kim and Kanye are an architectural digest with an accompanying video that was just fabulous. We're getting photos of their house that, to me, like when I first saw photos of their house years ago, I was just like, what are they doing? But now I'm like, that's the vibe. I need that house. Like, I need the minimalism. I can't look at anything anymore.
No, I totally, I get their vibe. It's really not for me. Like, I love the Kardashian aesthetic. Like, I actually happen to think all the girls' houses, like that comfortable, luxurious, like rich look is so cute. And I like that sort of aesthetic. I don't love like the minimalist. I like it for them. It's not livable for me, and it's like not my personal style, but I respect it. And they're very, unlike, also like Andrew Yang, ahead of their time.
I think they're so ahead of their time. Like, that's going to be the new look. Right now, we're still going off of like everything we see on HGTV. But when Kim was saying that decluttering her life has made the biggest difference, and she just lays in her bed and she looks around and it's so clean, like it really helps with her anxiety. I literally wanted to go into my bedroom and just wipe everything off my bureau.
Yeah, but it's like, super easy.
Like, they don't have any figurines and tchotchkes in their house. Like, how many Baccarat butterflies do I need? Get the fuck out of here.
It's easy, though, for them to declutter when they have room for everything.
For the clutter.
We're living in 1 and 2 bedroom apartments.
No, I know. I literally was thinking that. I was like, I need to get rid of this bureau. It's just cluttering. But, like, where would I put all this clothes?
No, yeah, and they're like, well, cabinets and clothes and closets are toxic. It's like, yeah, because you have a room for your clothes. Like,
you have a room for your cabinets.
Right. No, it's just like, it's not feasible.
I think I need to start just decluttering like that. If I got rid of a bunch of t-shirts, like, I wouldn't even notice.
No, by the way, totally, and I think that I am like ahead of my time as well, because there's nothing in my house. Like, you will never find, if you're looking for something, like you left it at my house, like it automatically goes in the trash. Like,
no, you have like a home me house.
Yeah, no, but I am
with
like
stuff.
And
you have Baccarat butterflies too.
I have 2, and one of them was a gift.
No, but it's just like the Kim and Kanye would never have just like a figurine sitting there.
Yeah, but they were
everything is
what they were talking about that I related to was like the lack of stuff, like material, like just shit lying around. And I feel like I'm very simple.
Sure.
I'm a simple girl with simple needs.
Space, the spacemen to put the things away.
Yes, but I also don't live beyond the space that I have.
I just I need to go into my house with like
a vacuum,
with a forklift.
Yeah.
And just get it out of there.
Totally.
I won't even realize. It's like when, sometimes you don't find something for a while and you forgot that you even had it. Like, oh, you didn't even miss it if you didn't even know.
And that's how you know you can live without it.
Right. So I just need to get rid of my bureau. I just need to get rid of all of my furniture.
That video of them was super cute. North came in and was being an actual monster.
Stop. I love her.
She's very eclectic. And you could tell like by the parenting vibe just by like the 10 seconds she was in the video. Like, Kanye obviously like gives in to her like divaness, and Kim tries to like settle her down.
She's mini Kanye.
Yeah.
It must be like so exciting for him to see this like small thing that's just a miniature version of him.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of parenting in general.
Kim looked beautiful.
They were beautiful.
Yeah.
They were being so funny. I was smiling the whole time. If you haven't watched the video, go and watch it. Like, if you're not a Kim Kanye stan, you might think it's quote unquote awkward. But I just thought it was so real.
So I actually am a Kim and Kanye stan, and I did think it was awkward. Like, it was a little weird, and like I get that that's like their vibe. Like, she's like the funny one, and he's like the quiet one. It seemed a little weird.
I thought it was hilarious.
And we got to see, they're on the not them, but their house is on the cover of Architectural Digest.
Yeah, and we got to see North's bedroom. We are getting some sick photos of the house. And like the more I see of the house, the more I realize like it is more of a home. Like I used to feel like they lived in a spaceship.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, oh no, they live in a very like Marie Kondo'd home.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't really understand half the video because when they were talking about like the true Architectural Digest stuff, like Claudia and like
James.
I literally had no idea what they were talking about, but like I respected the art,
Yes. No, and them talking about it, like that's when I'm realizing like, oh, this is Architectural Digest.
Right, this isn't Cosmo.
No, this is not Cosmo, which we'll be talking about later.
We have lots to discuss.
Okay, our next story I just think is such a sweet story. I'm so excited to share it because Sheryl Sandberg has announced her engagement to Tom Bernthal. Okay, usually we don't talk about
so random.
Okay. Usually we don't talk about Sheryl Sandberg on this show, but she just got engaged. And if you remember a few years ago, her husband just died on a treadmill on a resort in Mexico.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And it was very sad. And now she has met someone else who she was set up through her late husband's brother.
Oh,
and
cute.
I just think it's a beautiful story.
That's nice. Wow, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. And Sheryl Sandberg is the Facebook woman?
Yes, and she's leaning in.
And she still works at Facebook?
Yes, she's COO.
And she wrote that book about leaning in.
Yes, and then she
like how to make, she started that whole thing where like a woman is not bossy, she's a boss.
Yeah, and like you can have it all if you lean in.
I just feel like
I'm having it all.
I feel like it's really easy, for like a woman whose salary is $10 million to say that you can have it all. I
don't know. You see a lot of women who are in, who have like good jobs or are really successful who seem to say that you can't have it all. So
the older I get and the more I start thinking about like career and kids, I'm realizing it's very difficult to have it all.
Right. And so Sheryl Sandberg is helping you figure out how to have it all.
Again, but she just has resources beyond most people's means. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but what I'm saying is even people with those same resources can't make it work sometimes.
Right.
So they should read
So
the
maybe
book.
you can't have it all.
No, but she's
not
saying
to be a
that
pessimist. No, by the way, not to be a pessimist. Like you might be able to have it all. I think that's just more realistic for a book. I know it's supposed to be like a self-help and empowering book, but I prefer to be more realistic. Like you may be able to have it all, but you also may not be able to.
Maybe that's what she says in the book.
Maybe, we didn't read it, you guys.
This is just conjecture.
Yes, well, this is the morning conjecture.
Yes, but it looks like she's having it all right now because she captioned a photo of them together on social media saying, "Engaged, Tom Bernthal, you are my everything. I could not love you more." That is just so fucking cute considering
really
just
cute.
like the tragedy she's been through.
So he was just on a treadmill and like died?
Mm-hmm. He just dropped dead.
Did he die from the fall on the treadmill? Because it's dangerous to fall on a treadmill.
Let me pull up the story for you.
Because that's so sad.
Popular Silicon Valley executive Dave Goldberg did not die while exercising at a Four Seasons resort in Mexico.
He did not.
Oh. So, it was reported that he had died after he fell off a treadmill and cracked his head open.
Oh, shit.
But he had actually been exercising inside a gym, at a different resort.
Oh. But so he did die from the fall.
I guess so.
Wow, what a terrible way to die.
Wait, officials had told, this story is confusing. Oh, I guess it's just one hotel saying it wasn't their hotel. It was a different hotel.
Got it. Oh, I thought he had a heart attack and then fell off the treadmill.
No, he had a heart attack. That's what
they
someone
said
said in the
his head
comments.
open.
You guys, this article, let me just Google
This honestly sounds like an episode of Blue Bloods. Like, what was the real cause of death?
You know what? That was a theme in the book that I just, actually not a theme, just a small factoid in the book that I just finished.
Well, regardless of how he died, it's very sad.
He was the CEO of SurveyMonkey. That's a great platform.
Oh my God, if one more person sends me a SurveyMonkey, like, hey, will you help me out with my class project? No, bitch, get away from me. Get the fuck away.
He died due to severe head trauma, according to ABC News.
So that could be from the fall.
Yes. Okay.
Terrible.
Let's focus on the joy here.
Agreed. She's engaged. It's so wonderful.
And I'm happy for her. And that's why I decided to share the story.
Know that I am.
That's why I decided to Sheryl Sand the story.
Hit me with the next story.
Cheryl.
Are you okay?
Guys,
we have to take a pause. Jackie's having a stroke. Are you okay?
That's why I decided to Cheryl the story.
What is going on? Is this Drunk Jackie again? By the way, I go back and listen to that Mike Piazza Drunk Jackie episode where we did like telepathic podcasting when I was like in Kansas or something. And it remains to be one of my favorite episodes.
Telepathic podcasting. You know what? That's a good segue into my next story that I just shifted around. Forbes has come out with a list of the top 5 earning podcasters. And as podcasters ourselves, I think it is so interesting.
Yeah, no, I didn't read who the top 5 are because I want to be surprised. And I also want to guess. I think I know a few.
Okay. I don't think you're going to be able to guess. Number 1.
Joe Rogan.
Yes, he made $30 million last year.
There's hope for us, Jackie.
There's hope for us, sis.
By the way, there's hope for us, but then it's also like depressing because I think we're the most successful podcast in the world, and hearing these numbers, like we're incredibly far away from being the most successful podcast.
For sure. But like, I always think like, oh my God, our podcast is so big, it doesn't get any bigger. But it's like, oh no, we have all this way to grow.
That's true. Okay, it's exciting. I mean?
So I'm so excited about this. Number 2.
Mark Maron?
No. My Favorite Murder with Karen Kilgraff and Georgia Hartstark.
Oh, so, I know their artwork. I've seen it on the charts.
It's always on the charts. And this whole article was kind of like a focus on them. They did like a profile about how their podcast came to be. They like met at a party.
Do they say how these people make money? Any ideas?
They pretty much talk about the advertising. Advertisers likely spent close to $700 million on podcasts in 2019.
Shit.
We got to get a piece of that pie.
Just a small little fraction.
Actually, no, according to Shark Tank, that's the wrong way to think about your business.
What do they say?
They say, like, if you have to say, this is a $1 billion industry a year. If we only got a piece of that, we'd be huge.
Right. That is true. Makeup is an $800 million a year industry. They hate that. That's an automatic way to get kicked out of the tank.
And so that's just not how we should be thinking as a business.
Okay.
Okay, number 3, you're never going to, I don't think.
Anna Faris?
No, you don't even know this guy. The Dave Ramsey Show.
Jealous. I don't know him.
He made $10 million last year. Apparently, he's a veteran radio jock, and his show is more like old school radio format.
Honestly, it's just not fair because like Joe Rogan and Gary Ramsey, what was his name? Mason Ramsey?
John Benet Ramsey.
What's his name?
Mason Ramsey.
What's his name?
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Like all these people are solo podcasters. We have to split our revenue.
Oh my, no, but My Favorite Murder.
It's 2 girls?
Yeah, they're 2 girls.
I'm so glad we never had like a third co-host that we had to split our money with.
Totally. Theo is going to be infringing.
Totally. I mean, he is infringing already.
By the way, My Favorite Murder made $15 million. The Dave Ramsey Show made $10 million. Number 4, I think you like his podcast. He's not Conan O'Brien, but he is a celeb podcaster. Who do you think?
Dax Shepard?
Yeah, Dax Shepard.
Oh my, that little shit getting how much money?
$9 million last year.
It's just not right.
Number 5.
Do I know them?
I don't think so.
Who is it?
Bill Simmons.
Never heard of him.
He's a former
ESPN
ESPN commentator. Oh wow, that's crazy that number 5 is a sports show. Like,
yeah, but I guess like sport, like it's like sports radio. It's like ESPN radio. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and I just want to use this platform here to say, like, I would love an extended list from Forbes. Like, they come out with the top 100 of everything.
Yeah.
I would just love to see where everyone's at.
And also, while we're talking about podcasters who make money, subscribe to our Patreon channel, patreon.com/themorningtoast.
Also,
support your local podcast.
Convert a toaster. Like, just tell someone at your office, like, who's having a bad day.
You can't put a price on conversion.
To listen to the toast. And I just feel like we're in a mode of like acquiring new toasters, and we'll start making the show like with new toasters in mind, so they know what the fuck
they don't feel left behind.
Right, exactly.
You know, on Shark Tank, they also say like, what's your customer acquisition cost? Like, what is ours?
Considering we've never spent $1 on advertising, which on Shark Tank, sometimes they're not keen to that.
Yeah, no, because it's like, what are you doing?
No, and it's like, spend $1.
Right. No, it's like you're bad at your business.
So technically our customer acquisition cost is $0, considering we've never spent $1 to acquire a customer.
We need a billboard. I actually passed like a McDonald's that had a huge billboard space available on it, and I wrote down the phone number because I think a perfect place for us to proselytize is on top of a McDonald's.
No, I think really those billboards outside the Midtown Tunnel where you're sitting in traffic and you just like need something to distract you, the morning toast.
Yeah.
That's where we need a billboard.
But those are the expensive ones.
But not Midtown Tunnel, because also I don't think those people would like us. But, you know.
You were much more of like a Holland Tunnel crowd.
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly. Okay, next story, so sweet. Ashley Graham, and it is also podcasting news. Ashley Graham has introduced her newborn son.
Oh my God, you did not just refer to Ashley Graham as a podcaster.
She's a podcaster.
She's not.
She talked about her birth on her podcast, which is why this is podcast news.
Wow, desperate times for Ashley Graham.
On Tuesday, the model gave the world a first glimpse at her newborn son, who she and husband Justin Irvin welcomed on January 18th during a heartwarming episode of her podcast, Pretty Big Deal. Joined by Irvin, the new parents revealed that his name is Isaac Menelik Giovanni Irvin, and recalled the day they welcomed their baby boy into the world on their podcast.
To me, there's only one Giovanni, you know?
Oh, of course.
Luann de Lesseps.
Oh, I was going to say Smokey's son.
Oh, I guess to me there's only 2 Giovannis. Now there's 3.
It's Giovanni.
Yeah, but like Giovanni.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is only one Giovanni.
And I'm feeling it.
You are.
What was the story here?
Ashley Graham.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy for her.
And her son's name is Isaac, which is...
so biblical.
Yeah.
We met her at a concert, and she was pregnant and so lovely and just, like, eating a funnel cake. And that's just what we want from our top models. I really like her.
I really like her, too. I'm really happy for her and her podcast.
You know what else I really like?
There's space for everyone.
There is space. That's true. We're joking. There is space for everyone. And speaking of things that I like, you know what else I like?
What? Are you going to tell me, or are you just going to keep saying that?
Do you want to guess?
Honey?
Yes, Jackie, I do. Honey is the free online shopping tool that automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them to your cart. And you know how great it feels. How does it feel to save with Honey? Saving feels like sliding into a seat on the train just before the doors close. I don't take the train, but I imagine that that's what it feels like. I actually found out about Honey from the Toasters. I've been using it before they started paying us to say it.
Saving feels like flagging down your Uber before it starts to drive away.
No, saving it feels like taking a poop.
Okay.
Because there's no better feeling than that. Honey has found over 18 million members, over $2 billion in savings. Did you know Honey supports over 30,000 stores, including Macy's, Target, Sephora, Best Buy, and more? Users love Honey, including us, and that's why it has over 100,000 5-star reviews on the Google Chrome store. Oh, the best part is that it's free. So you install the extension. It installs in just a few seconds. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/toast. That's joinhoney.com/toast. Wait, what was that? joinhoney.com/toast.
Sign on, save money
What
with
else?
Honey. Okay, 5th and final story, and a nice segue into our Bachelor recap. Cosmo has pulled its Bachelor cover after Victoria Fuller modeled clothing with, quote, White Lives Matter slogan.
So it is, okay, by the way.
We're going straight into Bachelor recap, so if you haven't watched, just mute us for a second.
Yeah. Okay, this show is a piece of trash. Like, there comes a point in every season where you get so fed up with, like, the lack of respect that the network has for your time and your intelligence. And for me, that was last night. They released a statement via Chris Harrison's Twitter that the episode was going to be 3 hours long because the Iowa caucus was happening and ABC News was going to interrupt. And so they formatted it for 3 hours to make time for those adjustments.
Right.
There was not one interruption from ABC News for the Iowa caucus. I'm not complaining, but all I'm saying is that they had 3 hours of content.
And if there were interruptions, it would have been 4 hours, is what you're saying?
Right. Like, it was supposed to go over, I think.
Which is so crazy.
And it wasn't beyond a regular episode. Like, nothing crazy happened. Like, it was just if it was a 2-hour episode, it would have been a fine episode. As a 3-hour episode, it was a piece of trash.
Yeah, it was a fine episode compared to the past episodes, because at least, I don't know, I felt like certain ways about certain people, whereas before I'm like, who are these bitches? Like, I don't care that they're fighting. Let's take it from the top. But the news that's circulating today, because they did this Cosmo shoot as one of the challenges, and it was
I thought it was a cute challenge.
Oh my god, I thought it was so cringy. And the fact that I think the problem is that she even won when, like, her sitting there making out with him with the other girls. Like, that wasn't cute content.
No, also, like, Cosmo is allegedly a fashion magazine, and those bathing suits were straight out of the garbage. Like, so tacky. Looked like we were at the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas. Like, so nasty. Sorry, I said it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't here for the shoot at all. But
wait, I thought the idea of, like, the winner getting, by the way, and they said cover, and then in their article follow-up, they said it was going to be a digital cover. So none of these bitches were ever actually going to be on the cover of Cosmopolitan. And here, once again, ABC Network taking advantage of our time, but most importantly, our intelligence.
Yes. So Cosmo released a statement saying that they weren't going to publish this digital cover. The editor-in-chief wrote on Monday that, quote, it wasn't until a few weeks ago that I found out that the woman I'd chosen had in her past modeled in an ad campaign wearing White Lives Matter attire. It's
worth noting that the White Lives Matter organization has nothing to do with, like, white people. It's about white fish.
White marlins.
White marlins. But again, the sentiment is off, and that's why they canceled it. But it's worth noting that it's not like a political affiliation organization.
Not specifically,
yes. But you know what? I'm not mad, because I literally hate Victoria Fuller, and I'm just, like, so happy for all the negative things that are happening to her. Reality Steve said that, and I've been trying, like, to avoid Reality Steve, but there's so much good stuff, and this is not a spoiler, but Reality Steve said that he's never had a contestant come on and have so many people reach out to him saying such negative things about her.
Really?
Yeah, like, it was historic.
I know you hate her.
I do.
She's just confusing to me, because I hate, like, her hiding behind her shyness and then, like,
okay, the first challenge that she got was a Revolve fashion show. Oh, I'm so shy, and then she's, like, showing her titties on the runway,
and she came in second place.
Right. So, like, then again, photo shoot. Oh no, I'm so shy. No. And then she wins, and she's making out with him wearing a bikini. Like, I just can't. She's not shy. I will die on the hill of saying that this girl is lying about her insecurities, and I know that's mean to say, but she's lying.
No, and she ruins it for, like, actually shy people.
That's That's what I'm saying.
You know? Like, I'm a shy person, and I don't feel represented by her.
And those bathing suits, like, everyone's just, like, walking around, like, McKenna with, like, her cutout triangle bathing suit. Like, it was just the epitome of sadness. Like, the date was horrible.
I mean, since McKenna was there, it was the epitome of nothing of the sort.
Oh, and Hannah Ann, like, not winning the modeling date. Like, I thought she was actually going to, like, pull her brain out.
No, and you know whose shot I actually really liked? The redhead who was sent home.
Lexi.
With her vagina suit.
Yeah.
And Natasha.
Me too.
They did a pair. I thought they looked fabulous.
I saw that too, and I did think it was like a very high fashion America's Next Top Model moment.
Right? Like,
I agree.
They should have won.
I completely agree. But
they could have done a cover shoot with the two of them like flanking Peter, like, ooh, and it could have been like a Betty and Veronica Archie.
And
cover.
Then and if they had won,
I'm available for hire.
Jackie, if they would have won, they would have actually been on the cover.
Right. Digital.
It's obvious though that the editor-in-chief of Cosmo needs to be fired because she has terrible taste in models. No offense. Like, she chose Victoria. Like, to me, none of the girls really stood out, especially Victoria.
No, she did the cringiest thing.
Yeah.
And that's how you saw her personality.
And like the most obvious thing, you know?
Yeah. So I thought she was going to choose Tammy because we actually saw Tammy's personality when they were kissing behind her and she made that face. And I was like, oh, there's some personality.
And by the way, they keep using that photo like on Instagram and promoting all their articles about it. So they obviously liked that photo.
I totally thought she was going to win.
Me too.
Even though I'm glad that she didn't because she is nothing of the sort and I will get there.
Okay, right. So before that, Aliyah came back and got sent home, which really cemented for me that Peter sucks. He's very indecisive. He's the worst person on the show. And I actually think the whole season is bad, not only because these girls suck, but really because Peter sucks.
He doesn't know what to do. And he wants to make these decisive decisions, but he does it in a way where like he doesn't have enough information. And I thought like him giving Kelsey a rose.
Oh my God, putting a target on her back,
sending her to the wolves, and on top of that, canceling the cocktail party and making it seem like that was because of her.
Right, but I loved when he canceled the cocktail party. Everyone turned on Tammy. Like, I loved that.
No, they started turning on Kelsey. But
yes.
Then, you know, and also, this is like the meanest bunch of girls we've seen in a long time. And what's crazy is that it's 2020 and like we're no longer being mean to each other.
Jackie, I completely agree. And you know who really started that mean girl crew? Tammy! So now they're all turning on her. I'm like living for it.
No, I'm so not here for Tammy. To me, she's the worst kind of girl. And like, I like Kelsey. What's her problem? That she cares?
No, and it's like she took Adderall and birth control. Like, she's so normal.
Everything that comes out of her mouth is iconic.
Totally. And by the way, this happens every season where someone like has a breakdown about the fact that the guy they like is dating 12 other girls, which is a very normal emotion to have. And they're all acting like she's so crazy. That's normal. Sorry she likes Peter, Tammy. You've never even spoken to him.
Right. And there are so many other girls there whose intentions are so clear. And Kelly is...
A star.
She's way too good for Peter, and she doesn't need to be there, but I'm not ready for her to go home yet.
No, but their date was cringy because, like, he's being so hard on her for not giving 100% when it's like, you literally have spoken to her 3 times, you're dating 12 other girls, and you're mad at her for not giving 100%?
Yeah, and when she was saying, like, me and Hannah Ann are on 2 different levels, like, yes, you are. Hannah Ann is revolving around the world, and Kelly is an attorney, and she wants to get married.
And
like,
she's in her 30s. Like,
not one is not better than the other, they're just different.
Right, and so she really came on the show for the right thing, and she thought that's what Peter was doing too, but now he's getting so caught up in all this bullshit, it's making her think, like, maybe he's not here, like, for an attorney who's in her 30s who's ready to, like, settle down and have kids.
Right, and even after she gave him, like, clear examples of that,
she came with her evidence.
Yeah, was evidentiary support. When he was like, okay, aside from Hannah Ann, like, what else? And she was like, rewarding the drama. I was like, yes.
No,
my friend.
She had this conversation in her head 500 times before she actually had it with Peter because she's been, like, stewing on the airplane. I just love her. Like, she is everything of the sort.
And we know that she's a toaster, and
it makes it better.
It makes it even better. And that's not why I love her.
No, of course not. And then the McKenna at the end of the episode just being absolutely out of control with her tongue just like running around town, being all upset that the cocktail party got canceled, like as if that was going to save her. Like the whole premise of the episode, which was like all these irrelevant girls like making a stink. It's just so frustrating to spend airtime on people like crying who are completely irrelevant. Like in no way does McKenna think that she's winning this or that she even has a legitimate connection with Peter. Like she looks around at the other girls. It's not even a competition.
Yeah. And when anyone who's crying who hasn't had a one-on-one and like hasn't had a real relationship, they're crying because they're gonna be kicked off of television and not have followers. And like to me, that's a red flag. Peter's so crazy. Like where are the red flags? Like mining them and then dumping people. That's the red flag.
And I think it's worth mentioning that Hannah Ann has never had a one-on-one.
She gets one next week.
But what I'm saying is that she's technically in the same boat as McKenna and Lexi.
Oh, but they had that initial connection.
Exactly. They are meant for each other, and McKenna's not.
Oh, right. And we don't see Hannah Ann crying all the time.
Right. No, Hannah Ann has had the same advantages as Lexi and McKenna and Tammy, and she's made more of it because they actually have a connection.
Yeah, I think Lexi was crying because she made some good friendships.
Yeah, no, all the girls were crying when Lexi left.
I started to get sad too because like she went up. I mean, she didn't go up against.
She got robbed,
but she sidekicked when Sydney went up against Tammy, and you always need a sidekick.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Sydney, who started out as one of my favorite people, and now I'm 100% sure she's the meanest girl in the house. She's starting all this drama. She's always in the middle of it. She was on the wrong side of a liar. Her and Victoria P like running around the house like they run this shit. When Victoria P is not to be trusted, the two of them are like this mean girl crew where like they got Tammy involved, but then they turned on her. They are just like starting this like nasty mean girl crew. And I've been reading some stuff about Sydney like in her real life. You know, she went to the same high school as Hannah Brown.
Yeah. And did she say that she ate lunch in the bathroom, or is that what people are saying?
That's what she said. And then someone who was at her high school literally tweeted pictures of their yearbook being like, she was one of the most popular girls. Like,
right.
And then she replied being like, you can win a beauty pageant and still be bullied. So I don't want to discredit the fact like maybe people were like mean and racist to her, because that's very possible. But like the evidence is showing that like that's not the case. When people who were at her high school said she was like literally Regina George, like she was so mean to everyone and like the most popular girl in school.
Okay, well I really like her because she's really pretty.
No, but she's so pretty, and I liked her in the beginning, but like she in the house, she's responsible for all the drama, and she's one of the meanest girls there.
Okay,
I said it.
Okay. I hear you. I see that. But I like her because, one, like, she's pretty. Two, her conversation with Peter was very easy, and she could, like, hold a conversation.
When he told her that she was the best kisser in the house, that was, like, so weird to, like, compare kissing.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Very inappropriate.
It, like, need to remind her that he's kissing 15 other girls.
Right.
I totally agree. And three, like, I really did like how she shut that shit down with Tammy. And maybe, like, that's because she's a mean girl, so she knows how to do that.
And by the way, she created Tammy.
She defended my girl, Kelsey.
Yeah, but she didn't care about being on the right side. Someone came for her. Like, she created the monster that was Tammy and then took her down in one foul swoop. Like, it was so iconic. Tammy is a joke. And literally the episode ending with the last two roses going to Tammy and McKenna, that's when I was done. 3 hours of my time just to be stuck with these two morons.
Those were the nothing of the sort roses.
Nothing of the sort.
And I've been telling you guys since day one that McKenna was nothing of the sort, and you're seeing it. And the tongue.
Oh, wait, the tongue, but also the fake crying. She literally was crying the whole episode. She wasn't actually crying.
No, she was crying, except when she went to Peter to like beg for, and she wasn't crying.
I just feel like you're not gonna know my heart, and that was like my biggest fear.
That's your biggest fear?
Yeah, her not. And then by the way, Natasha said the same thing.
Yeah, but when Natasha said it was fine because she's smart.
No, and
she's something of the sort.
Natasha's everything of the sort.
She is.
Okay, well,
but Natasha's friends with Sydney. You have to look at it that way too.
But Natasha, by the way, I like her, but in the last couple of fights, she's been on the wrong side of history. She was against Aliyah, and then she was against Kelsey, but then she shut her mouth when everyone realized Kelsey was totally right.
Kelsey was totally right. There's nothing wrong with crying 4 hours a day. They have nothing better to do.
Right. Oh, and then Tammy's saying she's an alcoholic. Tammy is a fucking bitch.
She's such a bitch. And then the pill popping, I was like, where do they even get pills?
Right, it's birth control. Like, thank you for being safe.
But like, the producers take their medication and like dole it out like that you are at camp.
They do?
I'm pretty sure. You don't just get to like have a bottle of pills.
Like the infirmary?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. At least that's what it's like on Unreal.
Oh, on an Unreal, you mean?
Unreal, the show about
The
Bachelor.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, we have to cut that short because we are coming up with a very exciting segment with my friend Simon Huck, who is here to tell us everything we need to know about everything, including his new company, Judy. So we're going to take a quick break and bring him out. And our segment with Simon, thank you, Simon, is brought to you by First Leaf. Saving money on award-winning wine you're guaranteed to love has never been easier than it is with First Leaf. Unlike other wine clubs that guess about your favorite wines, First Leaf uses your feedback and ratings to curate wine selections personalized for your unique tastes. First Leaf is so confident in the quality of their wine, they even have 100% satisfaction guaranteed. That means if you're not feeling a particular bottle of wine, First Leaf will completely cover it. We got started by taking the First Leaf wine quiz to assess our exact wine drinking preferences. From sweetness to wine styles to even how adventurous I am, they learned all about what we like. First Leaf then created an introductory 6-pack of wine for us, all at just $29.95. Seriously, an introductory pack of wine for just under $30. These bottles of wine will normally go for $20 a piece. They send out more than 17,000 unique shipments of wine every month because everyone's tastes are so different. Try First Leaf Wine Club today, where buying great wine is simple. Sign up with our link and you'll get an exclusive intro offer. 6 bottles of wine for only $29.95, plus free shipping. Just go to tryfirstleaf.com/toast. That's 6 bottles of wine for only $29.95 plus free shipping. Try firstleaf.com/toast.
Sign on, get drunk in the comfort of your own home.
We're going to take a quick break and be back with Simon Huck. If you have questions for him and you're watching live on YouTube, please feel free to inundate our stream with questions for him. We don't care how inappropriate. We will see you back in a few minutes. Go get a snack. We are back with someone who I cannot believe has never been on this show. It's a travesty, and I'm very upset about it, but he's here making it right. Simon Huck. Hello.
Woo!
I don't even know what to introduce you as now because you're like an entrepreneur now?
I mean, I think you can call me entrepreneur, spin master.
Lifeguard.
Yeah, lifeguard.
Star of the spin crowd.
Star of the spin crowd. Oh my God.
That's
the
what
spin
I
crowd.
choose to.
Well, that's how we met.
Yes.
Claudia slid into my DM.
Big fan
on
of spin
Twitter.
crowd.
On Twitter.
Really?
was it
I didn't
Twitter?
know this.
Instagram wasn't around then.
You're right.
And you were
We've
like,
been
I
friends for a
loved your
long
show.
time.
I was like, thank you so much.
By the way, that was an iconic show, and probably the number one question we got for you, and we have so much to cover, and we will. But the number one question we got for you was, will we ever get a spin crowd season 2?
We're not going to get a Spin Crowd season 2, but it's just because Jonathan went on to do more food related influencer work. And truthfully, I don't think I was meant to be on like a docudrama show about
But
my
you're
company.
on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I am on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but the PR show was so focused on our clients, and none of our clients wanted to be on it. So it was like one of those hard things.
Oh, yeah.
How can you produce a segment when no one wants to be on it?
Yeah.
Right.
that
So we
is
ended
hard.
up doing things on like the candy company, Sugar Factory.
Oh, because they're the thirstiest company alive.
Yeah.
But they do a good job.
They do a good job, but they're
Oh,
thirsty.
they're killing it.
Yeah.
No. It's a real business.
And speaking of killing it in real businesses, you just launched your own company. Well, you have your own company. You now own all by yourself Command PR, which was the company on the Spin Crowd.
Yes.
And you've been killing it for years.
So it's an entertainment marketing company, and in a nutshell, we connect brands with celebrities. So when you're watching a Super Bowl commercial and you see like La 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 Hawking shampoo, I am the agency that put the celebrity in the spot.
Got it.
So
Well,
there's some misconception around me representing talent or me representing the Kardashians.
Right,
I do not
no.
represent people.
You're just friends with them.
Yeah, exactly. Some of these people along the way, when we first became friends, they were not famous, and now obviously over 15 years, some of them have become huge stars.
What was your
timing.
favorite Super Bowl commercial this year?
Oh, yeah.
That's a great question. I love the Google one. Didn't feature
Loretta?
a celebrity. Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I liked
You
it.
didn't?
I thought it was like really cringy and like trying so hard to make us cry. Like,
Oh, I
it
wept.
was just, I did not weep.
I didn't cry because you guys would have made fun of me, but I thought it was really well done.
Oh, cringe
What about
central.
Chrissy and John's? Did you like it?
No, it was
No.
a waste of Chrissy and John, I thought. Like, it was great because they're in it and like they looked so
Right.
great. But I liked the car though. The
Yeah,
The car
Genesis.
looked.
What is a
What is
Genesis?
a Genesis?
That's what I
They
said.
should be a sponsor of the
Actually,
toasty.
I
Hello?
agree.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was a successful commercial.
I
Yeah.
thought they were trying so hard in the beginning of the commercial to make their slogan like make sense, young
Right.
luxury.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on here? And then some pretty car showed up and they made the joke about sexiest man alive. And that part was funny.
Yeah.
What worked is all I can think about is the Genesis, though.
No,
Yes.
same.
Maybe I
Stunning.
need one.
Stunning.
That's what we
Yeah,
had
my Montauk
said.
car.
That's what you need to drive to Montauk.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
and you just got engaged.
And I got engaged.
I,
yeah,
can
which
tell.
is
By the way,
insane.
I cannot believe that you got engaged. When I met you, I was like, you're never getting married. Like, you just never gave me that
No.
vibe.
Always the bride. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, always the bride. Yeah.
I was
exactly.
a bride, never
yeah,
a bride.
Thank you.
But now you're getting married.
Now I'm getting married.
When?
So we're not sure. We're going to get married, I would say, in a year and a half. And I think in LA to eliminate some of my family and some of his.
Dead. Okay, I'll
So
book my
just like a
flights.
smaller group. And yeah, it was really a very unexpected thing, but I knew I was launching Judy. And the fear for me was I launched this company and Phil would turn on me, my fiance would turn on me, at the time boyfriend. So I decided just to get it out of the way. I know that does not sound romantic, but literally on Tuesday I was like, okay, we're doing that. Like I had to psych myself into it in order to do it because I knew once I popped the question, there would be so much like planning, who's coming, what are you doing, what are you wearing, who's the bride, who's the groom.
Who's the bride?
Yeah, obviously Phil. Yeah, obviously. No, she's already become
Dead.
bridezilla.
Oh, really?
Oh, out of control.
That's great.
Yeah.
Is she Pinteresting?
No, it's more logistics, like how many bachelor parties is appropriate? Should we do international
you
and
gonna do a
domestic?
Are you a
Joint?
joint?
Great question.
You
I
have
think
this,
we'll
you
do.
have the same friend group.
We do, but then we also have like different kind of pockets. I think we'll do one with everyone, and then we'll both do individuals
Oh,
with
wow.
some of our
Love
closer
that.
friends. Yeah,
That's a great
fun.
idea.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I think we'll do one in Montauk, which you guys will come to.
Done.
Hosting. And then we'll do one maybe international. Like I'd love to
Very
be the cliche
exciting.
and go to Paris, like get a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower, like really
But
do it.
Do you know
Yeah.
TPG says that one of the most underrated bachelorette spots in the world is Montreal?
Oh no, but I'm Canadian. I
yeah.
love Montreal. It's beautiful,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I feel like I've really
That's not special for you.
It's not special. It's an hour and a half from like where I grew up.
I always forget that you're Canadian.
Yeah, no, it's wild. I survived.
Are you a citizen?
I just became an American citizen 3 months ago.
Woohoo!
Thank
Congrats.
you.
Welcome to America.
It was so. People don't realize how difficult it is to actually move here and get your citizenship.
Because
It
you've
took
lived
me-
here forever.
Yeah, it took me 15 years to go through all the
Wow.
paperwork. Yeah.
Shook.
Wow.
Shook.
Now you're one of us.
Because I started 2004. I moved here
Wow.
to work for Lizzie Grubman and Jonathan, that's when they had a business together.
I think the number one question we got for you also is, are you and Jonathan still friends?
So we're still friends. We don't see each other as much as we used to, but I love him. I mean, Jonathan was 10 years of my life.
Right.
Like he also, I don't know if he's like loves to talk about this, but he was one of the best publicists, one of the best marketers, one of the best branders I've ever met in my life. He taught me so much. I think what happened is we did the Spin Crowd. I didn't necessarily love the idea of having a TV show about our business. He did. He got the itch.
Yeah.
So the minute we did that show, it was like, bye, Jonathan.
Right.
Like, welcome, Food God.
Yeah.
Right.
Years later, he developed this brand, and he's so passionate. He's so good at it. It just wasn't going to work.
No.
Yeah.
But still on good terms.
Still on good terms. Yeah, we haven't turned on each other.
So tell me how someone who, is a regular on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, travels around the world, goes on yachts with everyone, is a PR maven, marketing maven, ends up creating Judy.
Okay, great.
And we need to know the genesis of who is Judy.
Who is Judy? Well, we're all Judys.
We are.
So Judy is something, over the past 5 years, we have had so many friends who've been in emergent situations. I have friends who've lost their homes in the fires in California. I have friends in Florida who've had storm surges, been in hurricanes. And the same question they always ask is like, why was I not prepared? Like, what stopped me from being prepared? So my co-founder and I, Josh, we've spent the last year and a half researching what are the brands out there that are keeping families prepared for emergent situations. We looked at the Red Cross, which is an incredible organization, but doesn't do a good job at keeping us prepared. So we started developing Judy a year and a half ago and spoke to so many people. We have some of the best experts in preparedness helping us curate exactly what's going on in the kit. So it's something we're super excited about.
This one that we have here is the biggest and most expensive one.
This is like the appliance of preparedness.
And how much
is like
is
the
this?
mothership. This is $250, and this
That's
is
like not that much money. Like
Well,
for
a
life-saving.
life-saving
Right.
equipment.
And
You could charge like $1,000 because
well, we wanted it to be for everyone.
Yeah.
So it starts at $60. It goes to $250. This is for a family of 4.
Wow.
Up to 3 days, and it has absolutely everything you could need. Over 36 different items inside the kit.
And so you're
Wow.
meant to just like leave this in your closet somewhere.
You're meant to leave it in your closet, but you're also meant to unpack it. It has a first aid.
Oh.
It has a flashlight.
Yeah, and like
It's-
get familiar with what's in there.
Right. And the number one thing that separates Judy from other emergency kits is you have to make a plan. So education and knowledge is the biggest piece of Judy. So it's not just good enough that you bought the kit. You have to actually talk to your family, talk to your friends.
Make a plan.
Make a plan. Make a plan. Where,
Meeting
like,
spot.
have you ever figured out how to evacuate from your apartment before?
No.
Take the elevator. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah. Take the elevator. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what Judy's all about. It's all
Yeah.
about making a plan.
That's
Wow.
so crazy.
It's
Yeah.
so important. I feel like, especially in this day and age, like it's the peace of mind that comes with owning something like this.
Right.
But we live in a very like scary time.
Right. No, it's so scary. And with coronavirus right now, I mean, we just got off the phone with all of our suppliers in China, and they're freaking out. I mean,
Oh, really?
air masks are back ordered for 6 weeks.
On Amazon too. Like
On-
just
on Amazon.
Even the shitty ones.
Yeah.
But you have masks in there.
There are air masks in here. There are safety goggles. There's gloves. There's hand sanitizer. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that hand sanitizer is not created equal. So your hand sanitizer needs to have 60% alcohol and above in order for it to be effective. So these are all the tips that Judy's going to send you. And we send it to you via text message.
Right. Oh, I
So
saw
it's
that.
the whole system is connected via text. So
Wow.
if Jackie had a question of what do I do in the event of a household fire, Judy would respond to you with real-time tips.
So what type of emergencies is the kit built for?
Emergencies big and small, scrapes and bruises on the playground, or these high consequence
Oh,
events.
got
So it's
it.
everything.
Which is like fires, nuclear war.
Yeah, like anything from floods to wildfires to household fires,
Earthquake.
everything, earthquakes.
So I got the mini fanny pack and there was like a little food thing in there. And can you explain to me how they make the food so small, but it's like a meal?
It's a meal. It's a 400-calorie meal replacement bar, and it's shelf stable for 5 years, which means
Wow.
you can throw that in your cupboard and it will still be delicious in 5 years.
Wow, that's
Maybe not
crazy.
delicious, but you could eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
edible,
let's not
edible.
get crazy. Yeah, let's not get wild.
I was like gonna eat it and open it, and then I'm like, in 3 years, there's gonna be some emergency, and my fat ass ate the bar.
Oh no, I've been eating the bar constantly
Have
in the
you?
Judy headquarters. Yeah, I can't stop.
Judy HQ.
Judy HQ, we're on fire over there.
That's iconic.
Yeah.
And I'm sure just because the current climate is really kind of wild, these are selling like hotcakes.
It's been insane. Like the last 7 days has been like we've been barely sleeping, just 24/7 at Judy office. It's great. The reaction from families across the country has been so positive. A lot of people have reached out and said like we've been through an emergency. We were not prepared. Thank you for creating a product that makes sense to us.
Right. And it's like cute branding. Like from a Shark Tank perspective, we're big Shark Tank watchers.
Yeah.
Which
This
honestly,
would do great on Shark Tank.
This would do great on Shark
But I don't
Tank.
think you need it.
No, we've already
You have the backers.
We birthed it. Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason why is so that other people could like watch it and get to know
Right.
Judy.
The press,
But
Shark
then you have to
Tank.
get ABC like 50% of your earnings.
No, it's also like, I don't know if I'm strong enough mentally to go through that.
I don't think that you are.
Like, if they say no to my investment, I would literally attack them.
And it's like literally your child.
Yeah.
And they're so mean on there. They're ageist too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I actually think you would do great.
We've done deals in my marketing company with Barbara Corcoran. Actually, all of them. They all love deals. I mean, who doesn't love a deal?
Who doesn't love
Hello.
deals? Well, so you work with celebrities all the time.
Yes.
Who, like, aside from the obvious, like Kim, and she's the best. Like, who has been the most lovely, surprising person to work with? Like, that's just easy, doesn't have a million people.
So I'm doing a deal right now with Kelly Rippon. She's absolutely lovely.
Really?
Yeah, just the sweetest, kindest person. I'll say it's never the celebrity that's the nightmare.
It's the agent.
Always. You know this.
Yeah, you're so
Yeah.
right.
The agent, the manager who's on, or the publicist
Out of control.
who's on the message training call and screaming, and my client is like, you know, like having PTSD. I'm like, can you stop screaming? Like, it's never the talent. The talent is thrilled to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, in some ways, feel like you are not an official capacity, but like a representative for the Kardashian family? Like, people are always asking you stuff.
I think what happens, because I'm in PR and marketing, people assume that I represent them.
Right.
So it's a lot of misinformation. So I'm constantly being like, I don't represent them. Like the K's are my friends. They're not.
No, but like even in your personal circles, like do people like whenever I have a question, I just ask you about them. I'm like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch the show as regular as I should.
But
So
you're on it.
sometimes I am on it.
Your scenes are iconic, like a look-alike.
Like
Oh,
a lookalike.
We say that
we say it all the
I
time.
love you. Yeah, I love you. Like my two fans are right here. No, literally, my two. Hello. No, I mean it's like a lot of deflecting of people asking. I don't always watch the show. The girls obviously have this incredible life, and what's crazy is like I filmed other reality shows. Like they live and breathe. Like the camera being there or the camera not being there, it's the exact same.
Regardless.
Unlike other shows where you're like, oh, this is a storyline.
Right.
The girls just have grown up with cameras for over a decade. They're living their life very authentically.
And that's why the show is now taking such an interesting turn with Courtney
Totally.
not wanting to be on it anymore.
Right.
Drama. Okay, I want to take some questions from Instagram. This is a great question from Kira Wegler. Did you have anything to do with Kanye's camp reaching out to us to sing Close on Sunday?
Nothing. Yeah, didn't even know that was a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw it on your Instagram,
Yeah.
but like was so excited for you.
Are you sure?
No, the way that it happened, I remember because
It seemed organic.
it was
but
like a
how do they know
mutual
about
friend.
the toast at Yeezy.com?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. who
You're
over there.
zeitgeist. You're the pulse of the moment.
Iconic. That was one of the best
Beacon
moments of my
sold
life.
out theater, shaking.
Beacon. Simon was there, you guys.
Not
Did
only
the
was I
Toasters-
there, but I was like frozen with just excitement, and I was so proud parent.
Did the toasters like love you and attack you?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, hey, Mario!" Like they were like they looked at me, but they were not like they were fine.
No, you're iconic. Whenever I leave anywhere with Simon and like out in New York, everyone knows him. Everyone wants to take a picture with him.
They're
you
like a sympathy photo.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
God, you really
Yeah.
downplay who like he's a man about town. Hold on. Oh, from See You with Therapy, you have recently undergone quite a transformation physically.
Thank you.
When we saw you on season 1, the Spin Zone, you were wearing glasses.
Spin
you were a little
crack.
thinner. Oh,
Yeah.
the spin zone.
Spin zone is wild.
Yeah, the Spin Zone is that Bill O'Reilly show. It's because
Yeah.
I was reading Howard Stern's
Bill
book.
O'Reilly.
Yeah, I was reading Howard Stern's book with Bill O'Reilly. That's why
Okay.
it's in my brain. The Spin crowd. You were a lot thinner.
Yes.
You wore glasses, but you are swole AF now.
So it was a 4-year renovation that we did top to bottom. So the first thing was food. I needed to start eating more. I was a candy junkie, like
Wow.
gummy worms all day long. So found a trainer, found a woman that helped me like put together like a food program, did a few tweaks,
So what's your diet like now?
I eat like 15 chickens a day. It's like a constant
Yeah, that's what you have to
chicken.
do. I love
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, chicken's great, but I'm so tired of it. Chicken.
Where's the best chicken in the city, according to you?
I love sweet green.
You do?
I'm sorry to be a basic
it
bitch,
too.
but
Very
I
basic.
love sweet green.
Since you are a man about town, what do you think is give me 3 of the best restaurants in New York right now?
Okay. I love Catch. I know I'm going to get roasted for this.
We
Oh,
are
we
Catch's
love
People
number 1
shame
fan.
me all around town because I constantly go there, but I love
The
their espresso
14th
martinis.
Street? I mean, 13th
14th, and I'll go to Catch Steak.
Yeah, I like. It's different. It depends what kind of night you're trying to have. Like you go to Catch with like your boyfriend, and then you go to like Catch Steak with your sugar daddy.
Yeah, exactly. I love St. Ambrose because it's like a block from my apartment.
That's a great one.
We love Don Angie, which is like
What is that?
Don Angie's 30 feet from my apartment, and it's absolutely delicious. It's an Italian restaurant.
We gotta go.
So good.
I never
You would
heard of
love.
it.
Oh my God.
The lasagna
St. Ambrose
to die
is so
for.
good.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah. And so you also just, not also recently, like maybe a few years ago, got a beautiful house in Montauk. And you're
Yes.
like a man about town in Montauk as well.
I consider myself, yes, a quasi-mayor, yes.
Do you feel like it honestly, like when I think of socialites, like it's not really a thing anymore, like Tinsley Mortimer, but you really feel like the closest thing to a socialite to me.
Oh my God, you're so generous.
And what's that like? Like I would just love that. Like,
Well, I don't consider myself a socialite, but I would say in Montauk, because I bring like 15 to 20 gay men each weekend.
You do.
I like really burn it down. I actually have a reputation now out there of like, oh, what guys do you have staying at your? I'm like, excuse me, this is not a brothel. These are my friends who happen to be shirtless, who
and
are
very good looking.
well, and they love to post on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I get this reputation. Meanwhile, Phil and I are like conservative bears.
Right. You're like, yeah. What
we
people
don't-
don't know is that you don't leave your house.
I'm a shut-in.
Yeah. Me and Simon went to dinner recently, literally at 6 o'clock, and we were in bed by 7:30.
We
Like,
negotiated for 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
We would have gone at 4.
Yeah, right now, and I'm the same way. But it's like you
Yeah.
live such an exciting life, and people would be shocked to find that like you literally are a home person.
Well, I think it's like you feel, and I'm sure you guys feel this way too. You feel like when you do something special and exciting, you should post it on Instagram,
Of
just so
course.
you're like, I did it, I did it, and then I go back to kind of the 9 to 5 of like I'm staying indoors.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when you
working
work-
on Judy.
Right. When you
I have
work,
2
it's
companies.
like you only want to leave your house now for things that make you money.
Yeah.
I feel that. This is from Andrew James .jpg. What is the best professional advice you've ever been given? Maybe from Kris Jenner?
No, I
No.
got it early on from someone in Canada who told me get an unpaid internship.
Yeah.
Offer your services for free and don't expect anything. And I listened and I picked up the phone when I was 19, 20 years old and I called Lizzie Grubin's office and I was like, I'll work for free. I had no money. I was like, I'll work for free. I'll do whatever it takes. And I moved and that started my career.
Wow.
Literally a phone call. And I had seen Us Weekly, and there was a picture of Lizzie in it, and that's how I didn't even know what PR was.
Oh my
I thought
God.
PR was event planning. I thought I would
Right.
be like handing out flyers in the street. I had no, I thought it was like guerrilla marketing.
Right.
Yeah.
I had no, like PR in Canada doesn't exist as an industry. I mean, it does, but not in the way that I thought it did.
As a Canadian, what are your thoughts on Meghan Markle making a grand return?
I think it's incredible. I think Meghan was suffering in London. The London press brutalized her. I know are you not a fan?
I just don't believe it, you know?
It's like you go to London and every day you wake up, you have no friends over there.
That's true.
Your mom's not there.
That's true.
And the London press brutalized her
Yeah,
every
they
day.
did.
She couldn't do one thing right.
Yeah.
So like, what do you do? Do you like just suck it up and live this life? Or do you move to Canada, which is part of the Commonwealth? Hello.
Oh, I guess
and
that's true.
so it's still part of the monarch and you live a lovely life with, you know, your husband and your child and your friends and you can make money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Oh.
if they move to Canada.
Right.
So as one of the biggest talent buyers in the country, obviously our agency was flooded with inquiries for Meghan. We
Really?
received, I can't tell you how many offers the first week. It
Like
was-
7 figures?
oh, huge.
Really?
Equity offers. I mean,
Dead.
she's not taking any offers right now, but it was unbelievable.
In your opinion, in her first working year, whenever that's going to be, maybe next year,
Yeah.
how much money do you think she can make if she really did it all?
If she did it all, she would make $100 million.
Stop.
But she won't.
Right.
She's not going to do like traditional commercial endorsements. She's
Right.
not going to be doing a perfume. She'll do things with like a Quibi or a Netflix.
I feel like a perfume would be good for her, though. Seeing her all over duty free.
I think that optically she just can't do a commercial endorsement at this stage.
Even
in
if
her.
it was like Chanel.
I think that she would get the look of it would be.
I agree.
They'll have to be a judge. It's almost like what Michelle and Barack are doing, like the
That's
type
what-
of endorsements.
Yes.
I
she'll
thought as
follow
well.
in that path.
Yeah.
She'll do a book deal. She'll do a
Tour,
TV show.
a book
she'll
tour.
produce. Yeah.
Speaking
With
engagements.
Oprah.
Yeah.
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 Last question for you was from Liz Height. How did you and your fiance meet?
Oh, he'll kill me for saying this. We met on Tinder.
Shut up.
Yeah.
It's the modern way.
It's
Yeah.
the only
modern
way.
Well, I was swiping out of my district. He was in Long Island. Okay. He lives in Smithtown. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself and get the pass.
Sad.
So I paid the $7.99
Worth
and I
it.
was swiping and I found this incredible person who was so nice.
So cute.
And we had our first date. We went to catch. And and I remember, so just last week we were telling someone a story and he interrupted and he was like, do you know you ordered for me?
You did?
Which I'm not even a person who would ever do that.
You don't.
Like I spoke for him when the waiter came over.
But that's
Wow.
probably just because you go to catch so much. Like you
right.
know exactly
I knew
what
he
to
would
order.
kill for the spicy tuna roll.
Right.
You're a man
Yeah.
about town, like I said.
Yeah, yeah.
That's iconic. So where can people get Judy?
Judy, readyjudy.com.
Oh, and why is she Judy?
So Judy we tested 100 names. I wish we had a fancy answer for this, but we don't. We tested 100 names, and this is the name that resonated the most. Everyone knew a Judy in their life. The reliable, right.
She was not reliable.
She was not.
You know who I'm
She
talking
was
about.
a young girl.
She was a young girl.
But like that's actually such a good point, and I appreciate the honesty of just like
you couldn't do like a Candace.
No.
She's not reliable.
Judy feels like someone you can depend on.
100%.
That's so true.
Right, like a reliable grandmother, a reliable aunt.
A safe place.
A safe place.
What are some of the other names in contention?
Oh my God, we had Casey. We talked about Casey for 2 weeks.
Cute, but Casey
then
Anthony ruined that.
Oh my God.
Not
the minute we
not
thought
reliable.
Not reliable. Yeah, not reliable.
Oh man, that's so funny. Ready, set, Casey.
Yeah.
That does sound good, but like no.
No.
Okay, Judy it is. So Ready Judy, and then follow Instagram at Ready Set Judy.
Ready Set Judy, exactly.
Cute. It's such a good name. Everyone needs one. $250 is not a lot.
And that's for the biggest one.
Right,
There's other versions.
60 to 250.
I have 2 of the fanny packs. How much are the fanny packs?
$60.
To me, to just go to the 250.
Treat yourself. And
Treat
honestly,
yourself.
this is giving you the peace of mind, and it's for a family of 4, up to 3 days of supplies.
Is there dog food in there?
There isn't, but we're coming in with the dog kit.
Oh,
so stay
are you
tuned.
really?
Yeah.
I will be the first person purchasing.
Could you give Theo a little bit of the
meal,
bar?
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Wow, that's
I
a
think.
good idea. Who knows?
Who knows? Don't sue us.
And make sure to follow at Simon Huck on Instagram for updates on all things being a man about town. You should change your Instagram to at man about town.
God, I love you. You're my publicist.
I love you. Thank you so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment if you want. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, wherever you choose to listen to podcasts. Maybe, subscribe to our podcast and leave a beautiful review, maybe 5 stars about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are and how we have such great guests. Maybe, if you want to, just a suggestion. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow with Reza Farahan from Shahs of Sunset.